The Unbreakable Boy is an inspirational true story at heart, but this film falls very flat in telling a real solid story for audiences to enjoy. And we'll discuss it. But before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, go check out my other reviews, and let's get right into it. The Unbreakable Boy is a story about a young kid named Austin who suffers from autism and OI. He is very susceptible to his bones breaking. There is a realization that he's a little bit different between him and his brother Logan. And his dad Scott and his mom Teresa are trying to really navigate 8th grade growing up, how to handle these certain situations. Now, at the heart, this movie is a very, very intriguing movie. It's a movie that really is going to provide a substantial true story basis, but it falls very flat. In many ways, I will point out that the opening to me for a PG movie is kind of dark. You kind of understand what's about to happen, and then we get to start to get the backstory of Austin, his dad, Scott, Teresa, their relationship, and ultimately when Logan comes around. And so when you're looking at the title, The Unbreakable Boy, I feel like there is such a focus on the parents in that we're just seeing kind of Austin going through these challenges of breaking bones, dealing with things at school, growing up. And so that makes it a little bit hard to follow. In some ways, I feel like Austin was used as somebody that was just meant to break up the story of the relationship between his mom and dad. And that's unfortunate because I feel like this film could have went a lot further in explaining different things that Austin is going through. But instead, it felt that we were getting a relationship builder between Teresa and Scott. And that's difficult. In many ways, I feel like it took away from the movie as a whole. Now, am I going to say this movie is terrible? No, it's inspiring. It highlighted real challenges that parents go through when their children are suffering. But I just feel like it falls very flat in providing a good, solid movie. And so when you're choosing a movie for the weekend, I can honestly say this may not be one to go see. And I really hate to say that because I was really hoping that this would be a good film. But when it comes to overall rating and numerical value, I for me, it's about a 2.5. Now, I could have went lower, but I feel like the story and the message it's telling does stand out in some sense, but I just feel like it was not strong enough. I also just kind of feel that seeing the way that Scott and Teresa got together, started dating, the challenges of having Austin, really that they didn't understand, which is very similar to how a lot of families feel. I just felt like in some ways that it could have been told in a different manner. And I feel like Austin should have been the focus of this movie. And so for me, that is why it's a 2.5. Is it absolutely terrible? No. But it is definitely not a movie that I would probably ever go see again. In many ways, I feel like this is a continuation of Lionsgate struggling to provide a good, substance-filled movie. And so I kind of look back. You have Never Let Go last year in September. That movie was not very good. A Killer's Game was a letdown. The Crow was kind of atrocious. I really hope that Lionsgate can figure this out, especially because in 2026, there is a new Hunger Games movie coming out, and they are the ones that produce and really distribute the movie. So, The Unbreakable Boy, why a good film in a sense of what it could have been? It just was not what I expected. But if you are interested in seeing this movie, go right on ahead. It is out now. I did notice it is only out for certain times, so it may be a struggle to find a time that works. But if you are interested, go see it. There are only 2 people in my theater, so There are plenty of seats available. But make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to go check out the other reviews, and I will talk to you all later.